You've been using Scratch for some time and you've tried to make games or animations, and you've probably encountered cases where you'd like to have the screen move, but you're not entirely sure how. What I'm going to show you today is how to do a type of scrolling. So first I've got to explain to you what exactly I'm referring to by saying scrolling. So the type of scrolling that this tutorial is going to teach you is like where you have two images and those two images move across the screen consecutively. So image 1 goes first, and then at the end of image 1, image 2 comes onto the screen, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so if you would like to choose your background and backdrops, then you can go there. I would recommend choosing a background that where you can't really tell where it begins and where it ends, so that you have a smooth transition. I would recommend things like blue sky or night city. If you choose things like neon tunnel or light, then it will look like more of a series of moving images, and you don't really want that. So if you go back after choosing your background, in backdrops you'll see this right icon, and then in the left backdrops menu you'll see this new icon of a backdrop that you will like, and then you choose that icon and you drag and drop that onto a sprite that you would like to replace. And then if you do that, a new costume will appear on the sprite right down here. And then if you've got this so far, then you're ready to start coding. Okay, so well, at the start, you just put whatever event statement that you would like. I chose when the green flag is clicked. And then you choose or like make two new variables, x position 1 and y position 1. And then you set both of those to 0. And you, from the motion statements, you say go to x position 1 or y position 1. And what this does is you create a replacement for x and y coordinates, and this is just to make it easier so that the numbers are easier for you to understand. And then if you've got that done, in control you choose a forever statement, and then in variables you put change x position 1 by -10. Obviously, if you did want to change the y position, that would be fine too, but then the background would move from top to bottom, and I'm not entirely sure if you would like that, but you can do that if you want to. Okay, so I'm going with change x position 1 by -10, and then once again from motion statements, you say go to x equals x position 1 and y equals y position 1. So you're just moving this background from side to side by 10. Okay, if you can tell that the larger the number that you entered into here is, the choppier the scrolling will be, then you're probably fairly versed in Scratch. Because this is not a glide statement, but rather a go-to statement. That means that um, the scrolling will seem choppier the larger this is, and the smaller this is, the more seamless it will be. I chose 10 to just give you a moderate idea of how this works. And then after that, you insert a if then statement. And then into if then, you first insert a less than statement, and into that less than statement, you put x position 1, and on the right, you say minus 480. And then into that if then statement, you put set x position 1 to 480 and set y position 1 to 0. Okay, and then you say go to x equals 0 and y equals 0, right? Okay, so what this does is this whole if statement, what this does is it puts the, when image 1 finishes scrolling off the screen, it makes sure that the image goes right back to the beginning so that it can start scrolling again. This will kind of make a bit more sense once you've started running the program. Okay, I've talked a lot about two images and stuff, so what you're going to do is create a second sprite, but you duplicate the first sprite that you have, and that will be this. And for this sprite, the code will be almost exactly the same, but the only change that's going to happen is this first number that you put into y or x position 1 is going to be 480. And instead of x position 1 and y position 1, you put x position 2 and y position 2 for all of these, really, just to make sure that the variables that are used aren't the same. Okay. So you can pause this video to do that, and if you've come back after pausing this video, then you can select the green flag button, and you'll see that you've got a passable scrolling technique done. You'll probably have to fine tune this to make sure that you get rid of any glitches there are, but overall this is fairly passable. Okay. So this is my tutorial on how to create a scrolling background, and I hope that this helps with whatever project that you would like to do next, or whatever project that you're doing. Okay.